Hi, hello, welcome. Hoping everyone's having a good day or time, you know. My day's been good, for those that are curious. So, we're gonna hop into some Gran Turismo 4. But, real quick, I did want to say, I spent a little bit of time off stream last night, messing around with some stuff. Specifically the B-Spec mode that this game, has. Because, you know, if I want certain things later on, I might have to use it and train it up, which, you know, that's always fun. But, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple enough. It's not something I've, tinkered with before, so, you know, that was a nice little experience and thing to experiment with. Unfortunately, arcade mode experience does not accumulate to career mode experience. Kind of makes sense, but you know, it is what it is. I'll figure out something. I'll build it up somehow. But in the meantime, we're just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a jolly old time cruising. Got some American based events that I want to do for some nifty vehicles, so we're gonna get into that, and we're just gonna have a good time. Hopefully, hopefully the playlist behaves this time, because I've noticed with these Monday streams, the playlist likes to misbehave on these streams specifically, and I can never figure out why. So, you know, fingers crossed. Let's have some fun. Okay. Everything's coming through just fine. So, before ending stream, I picked up this bad boy, which I want to attempt to use for a series. I want to attempt to use it. So I'm gonna do that. I gave it a little bit of a test spin in arcade mode last night as well. Because the funny thing is, when you unlock vehicles in Gran Turismo mode, you unlock them in arcade mode. So you're able to drive them in that mode, and that this does include the motor wagon and the motor carriage. Of course, OBS is also going to have an episode on a Monday stream. This is like a pattern at this point, I feel like. It just, every Monday stream, I have either troubles with YouTube playlist or OBS, or some combination of the two. It's been like that the last few weeks. And I'm like not even surprised by it anymore. Just more or less moderately annoyed by it. It's like OBS is just casually throwing shade at me for no reason. Yes, I'm gonna put nitrous on a race car because I can. The game says I can, and I'm gonna do it. I don't care. In case that wasn't obvious. Okay, since this isn't... I mean, this isn't really my first race car. The M3 GTR came before. Kind of interesting to see what the game already dropped into it. Okay. Hold on. You mean to tell me that a purpose-built race car with all the little bells and whistles on it somehow, some way, does not have a roll cage in it? I thought this was a standard thing for race cars. mean, this is kind of a handling upgrade. Kinda. Well, at least right now, OBS is behaving for the most part. Watch, I'm gonna say that, and it's gonna do something later. Just watch. I'm aware of its bullshit at this point. No, we'll try the super hards. We'll try super hards. The All-American Championship. In the good old yeehaw chuckle fuck land of the US of A. Which version of Infineon is this? Oh, it's a sports car course, okay. Why is it always a sports car course with these? I know there's another version. I just don't know if this game has it, is the thing. So, funny thing is the reward for this specific series isn't even a race car. It's the Corvette C1 convertible. Because, you know, may as well get a version of the very first Corvette. And I say a version because it's not the first Corvette. It's because of the way Corvettes were. The first one was in 1953. This is a 1954. So it's a year newer. But it comes in more colors. Whereas the original came in polo white, if I remember correctly. Yes, I somehow know this detail. Don't ask how I know these details. Okay, so I'm not the only C2 race car that shows up. So that's gonna be interesting. The Esperante might be a bit of a problem, and same goes for the Ford GT LM Spec 2. Because that's considered this game's quote-unquote hero car. Meaning it's just the car that's on the box art. That's what that means. That's all that means. Alright, so this already has maxed out downforce, so we're already looking pretty good. Five laps around here. I have my sources, and my sources are usually fairly reliable. It's nice to see a mix of older race cars from the last game and cars that are new to this one. Feels like a bit of a step up, a bit of an evolution. $155 points. That's not a good sign for me. That means this race is gonna be fucking hard. I will say, with the current stock setup, this thing is really fast. Well, I'm not gonna win a race doing that shit. No, maybe I jumped the gun doing this one. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna take a tactical retreat. We're gonna take a tactical retreat with this one, because I think I can earn something a little better for this. Just look a little bit better. Just a little bit. Which means I get to go and do Stars and Stripes for the Camaro LM. Which, if people remember my playthrough of the last game, was kind of a really good car. Ain't nothing wrong with a tactical retreat, I'll tell you what. Yeah, this is probably the best vehicle I have for this job, right here. Me mighty vessel. We'll consider that a trial run of what's to come. Okay, Stars and Stripes, so we're going to Laguna Seca, Seattle, and which version of it? Stock car course. See, I knew there was a stock car course somewhere in this game. So it's not the sports car course this time, it'll be the stock car course, which is a little different. A little bit shorter, just a little bit. Cuts like a small chunk out of the sports car course in favor of like one small stretch. For some reason. I don't know. Shelby Series 1 Supercharged. Yeah, I was afraid that was gonna show up. Alright. Yes, I'm just gonna start the song over, because I don't care. It's my playlist, I do what I want with it. So last night I drove this against a bunch of Corvettes. Now it's just a bunch of other American sports cars. I mean, something familiar shows up, another ZR1. Excuse me, could you let me through, please? Thank you. Much appreciated. Wolfy appreciates your kindness. No, yeah, if I want to, like, do longer races later on in my run, I will want to at least try to play around with the B-Spec a little bit more. I'm sure people who don't know are probably curious as to what I mean by B-spec. And you know, that's perfectly fine. If you want to know the difference, I'm more than happy to explain. No surprise to see that Shelby in second place. Nothing usually shows up and tries to wreck house out here. How funny would it be if I, like, went through this entire series and got the Camaro race car in the exact color I got it in the last game, in green. It's like that is an available color for it again. Oh god. Of course, no surprise, this Corvette is a beast. But no, yeah, there is a bit of a difference in this game between A-spec and B-spec gameplay. Like there are fundamental differences. It even kind of gives a short thing for it. Like, A-spec is driver mode, and B-spec is director mode. So, like, A-spec, that's what I've been doing this entire run so far. I basically control the car myself. If a screw-up happens, it's my own fault, you know? With B-spec, I basically take a back seat, watch the game play itself for me, and tell it what to do occasionally. That is the gist of what B-spec does. But the fun thing about B-speccing is you can make it go 3 times faster and cut everything down to like a third of what it would be normally lengthwise. You do still occasionally have to do things with the game, like, you know, watch your driver pit, so that way you can tell them, hey, get this, fuel up here, you know, shit like that. And, like, the higher their skill is, the more difficult races they can handle. So, like, you actually have to invest time and effort into training a B-Spec driver in this game if you want to be successful with B-Spec in this game. This is why, like, a lot of series, like, if you want to contend yourself, you have to get a license for it, but if you're able to B-Spec it, then the B-Spec driver doesn't necessarily need those licenses to compete. The licenses just make it so that you yourself can compete. I mean, you know, it makes sense. Licenses want to make sure that you have the skills to compete in the higher difficulty races. Those are tests for your own skill, not for the game's skill. And effectively with B-Spec, you can cut endurance races to about a third of the time, give or take, but you still got to occasionally, like, watch as the car hits. One thing I find is really fun is you can actually do a little bit of both in the same race. Like, you can start a race A-speccing, go take a pit, and tell the game, yeah, you want to continue on in B-spec. Like, the game lets you do that. And it lets you swap back over. So, like, you could essentially run a segment yourself, build up a really strong lead, and then just, when you go to pit your first time, tell the game, hey, take control from here, you know? Which I might end up doing down the line a little bit. If I want to, like, just take a breather. Especially since some of the better cars in this game are locked behind 4-hour races, and cutting that down would be tremendously helpful. Like, you can tell the B-Spec driver, okay, what pace to keep, if they should be overtaking cars in front of them. And this includes if they run into lap traffic. Because otherwise they're just going to run behind them the entire time. So you do kind of have to occasionally pay attention for it. Like, I ran a 50-lap race in arcade mode at Super Speedway. Alright, because I wanted to stress test the B-Spec mode a little bit, get my feet wet, and what usually takes 30 minutes to accomplish on your own, you can get done in around 10 minutes with B-Spec. Which sounds really handy. I will say, though, In terms of the run, though, I want to say that I am going to disallow B-Spec driving for Gran Turismo World. Because I want to compete in that myself. I want it to be, like, my own skill. I don't want to have to sit back and babysit the game through it. Sounds fair, right? I mean, why not? Last game I had to rely on my own capabilities. Had a damn good time doing it, too. Alright, so the stock car course is going to be a little different. And we're about to see why. Pardonnez-moi. They got a pretty decent pace going on. I think I'm picking up draft from back here. Nicely handled. It looks like some cones got knocked out of position here. There we go. Well, fun seeing that there. Might hit the brakes a tad late there, but I made it. Easy. Real easy. And it's a bit of extra money in my pocket. Always good. No fucking way I called it! No fucking way I called it! No fucking way I called that. Exact color! And right as I get the fucking car, OBS has a small shit fit. Good to know that OBS is on my side here with just like, holy shit, he called it. Time to have an aneurysm. No way I called the exact color too. Ain't no fucking way, dude. It's a little darker than I remember, though. It might just be a color balancing thing, because the colors in this game are a little less saturated than they were in the last game. God, I cannot believe I called that. It's like, oh yeah, I know what the prize car is. How funny would it be if I got it in green? Lo and behold, green. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yes, I want to equip him now. I could turbocharge this thing? Alright, no, yeah, that's fun. It's always fun. What kind of tires am I looking at? Okay, this has racing medium, so a little better grip-wise. But the tire life isn't going to be as great. I don't think that'll be such a problem, because these aren't long races anyway. Purpose-built race car. Doesn't have a roll cage. Sweet merciful crap. How? Well, I should be good to do this now. Oh, I could take just any old American car to this if I wanted. I don't know why anyone would put themselves through that torture, but you know. Chaparral 2D. That's gonna be fun to deal with. Holy shit. Let's go look at the settings. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, cool. Don't have to mess with that either. So this should be on par with the GTSR Team Orca. Because it was in the last game. This was almost on par with some of the fastest stuff in 3. So this should be a little easier. If not, I have the, in case of emergency, break glass nitrous in the back. Oh yeah. A lot easier. Man, this thing does not sound the same. Damn, that was a good corner. I forget this thing's actually kind of correct. Christ, this thing's cornering. So nuts. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I was right to make a tactical retreat to get this. This is actually really good. This thing drives about as good as it does in the last game. It's honestly pretty good. I guess that means it's the return of the Camaro race car, right? Considering how much of an absolute beast this was in the last game. My God. Like, I know arcade mode has race cars available, but I don't think any of them have ever driven as good as this. And that's saying actually kind of a lot. Like, I don't have a super strong lead or nothing, but, you know. Oh, the Esperante got up to second. See how this does with a little bit of an extra push. Yeah, 5 laps is nowhere near long enough to be a problem on the tires. Especially with how quickly this rounds corners. Pretty easy first win, I'd say. See, occasionally I have good ideas. Occasionally I have good ideas. Yeah, using that C2 race car was not a good idea considering how it performs. Like, it's a good race car and all, but, like, it got last place. I probably should have taken that as a sign. Alright, 5 laps here. This is a sports car course. I was just on the stock car course, funny enough. Let's see how well this rounds corners here. I'm really excited. I did not mean to run that guy off the track. Hell yeah. See, this is exactly why I enjoy the handling model of this game better than 3's. The tight and more precise handling model of this game just makes cars like this feel amazing. I think my ability to take corners faster is helping me gap the field a bit better, which is good. Oh. That could have ended a lot worse for me. mean, I'm gapping 5.5 seconds over second place. That's pretty good. Now 6.5 seconds. Holy shit. If I could stop going off the road, that would be nice, but like, considering I'm still keeping a good pace despite that, is kind of a good sign. Like, I knew this was a beast in the last game, I just didn't think that would carry over. Prove me wrong, you know? I go off the track like once every lap, and I'm still constantly gaining distance. God, it says a lot where I can just kind of brake late and still make the corner. Okay, this is not a good track for the 2D. The more you know, right? You know what they say, knowing's half the battle. New York. Ah, boy. The track that notoriously has really late brake indication. This is gonna be fun, I think. Damn, that was a good turn. Damn, got up to the lead before one lap was ended. This thing is just consistently good. That guy running his front bumper into my rear bumper, it's like, I can kind of feel the connection trying to spin my car out, and I don't appreciate that at all. Like, bro needs to chill a little bit. Gapping is hard here, but this is a little more of a speed-oriented track than the last one. This is just a wonderful car. I keep saying it, but like, I mean it. It is a wonderful car. This just feels wonderful to drive. Like, this game and 3 were absolutely slapping for having this kind of car. Just chilling out. Yeah, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. That went way smoother. This is also not a really good 2D track. Okay, cool. I almost feel bad for that Chaparral 2D. Almost. Because, like, it looks like a cool car, but, like, it's not doing that well. Probably would have had a little more competition if the 2J showed up, but then I would have been on my toes the entire time. Because that thing is no joke. Oh wow, a standing start for once.